Here we go. Broadcast webinar.
I'm not ready.
Too late. There I am. Joey Blaze is live now. It says broadcast webinar. Perfect. You're just going to go inside as soon as I start the show. Dickhead. Well, Ross was out here for a second, and I was going to say something to him, but he's a dick, so we're going to start the show without him. Let's begin this weekend. Perfect. Mute. There we go. Show set up. Got my notes. Let's get ready. Actually, let's share the hell out of this thing. This thing just kind of starts. It doesn't really tell you when you're live until after someone else knows. Come on. There we go. Let's get this going.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Way to walk out at the beginning of the show. We're off to a great start tonight, everybody. Where's that other?
Wife asked me to do some things. I guess I could have seen it earlier, but I didn't. So.
It's okay, Ross. I understand.
I don't care if you do or not.
I don't care. You care at all. 18 viewers. Okay, perfect. Let's start. Ross.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty good, man. It was a long weekend.
Yeah.
New Year's and stuff. Played some cornhole.
Hey, there you go.
Drank quite a bit. Saturday, woke up real early. Went out to Greencastle, I guess, for some Joey Blaze New Year's Eve.
New Year's Invitational, sir.
New Year's Invitational. Fun. I'm glad I warmed up. It was cold out there in the morning.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Sniffles himself said.
It was extremely cold at the New Year's Invitational.
In the morning.
But I'll tell you, Ross, what a tournament it was. Back in action. Flag football in the area. The 4-state were here. We got 9-man going. We're looking to do more of this. We're going to see how things go over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try to get another one going at the end of the month. We'll let you know. Right now, I already have 3 participants in mind. We've talked it over. I will not say who yet, but we'll have more details later in the month as soon as I know what I need to know. Also looking into a couple things. Let's look at the results of this tournament. Beginning with the first game, it was Ruckus 21, Outlaws nothing. Ruckus dressed what was a super team when you think about it.
It was a real TBT-like team.
Yeah, they had their usual guys and Dustin, Damian, and Coop, but mixed in were Ruckus alumni such as Kevin Orsini, who we hadn't seen on Ruckus since spring of 19. Danny and B Mike, who were on Ruckus in the last on Ruckus the fall of 19. Members of the 2018 runner-up team. And then you think about Nick Rowland on there too. What an O-line that was. Coop, Longerbeam, Orsini, Rowland. My God. If you want to say like best O-line in that tournament in terms of depth and regards to skill, what a line they had. And then you mix in other pieces like Tyler Spencer, Sean Moats, Houston, BJ, Devin Gary. Then you throw in Gary Little, Ricky Miller, Vicente Hernandez. It was all about the tight ends in this one. As Marty Spruce hit Vicente Hernandez twice. Vicente, who has only played flag football once in the last year, and that was at 5-man big man. Sente made his return. I mentioned Houston. And then and he had not only just 1 but 2 touchdowns in that game. Sente's showing he still has it. If he's available in the spring, someone needs to pick him up. I will vouch for Vicente Hernandez. I have known Vicente going back to fall of 2015 with Survivors. and playing with him on Ducks. One of the more reliable tight ends in the league.
You should just stay with Spruce.
But the thing about Spruce is there was talks that is he with Ruckus?
I don't know.
I'm under the impression some chaos has happened with that relationship.
Oh.
But Marty did come out and play. If so, Marty looked pretty good in that game, man. He managed that offense well. Ruckus dominated with their tight ends and their linemen. This was a physical team punching another team in the mouth the whole time. Outlaws had nothing in this game. Your thoughts, Ross?
Yeah, I pretty much agree.
Yeah, and you look at it, not even just Sente. Gary Little got the touchdown involved. Devin Gary caught a two-point conversion.
Yeah.
It was all about
Outlaws quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt, and Pat Evans had to come in, but he did come back. Yeah, but in the end, it was all Ruckus, 21-0. This one just wasn't close. I'll tell you, Gary Little, Vicente Hernandez, Devin Gary. Could you imagine if they were able to get those three? What you could do with a tight end system core like that? My God, it looked like Top Gun's wide receiver core from back in the day with that kind of offense.
Was wearing Top Gun jersey.
Yes, he was. He represented Top Gun in that game. Bit of a Top Gun reunion there. Sente, B. Mike, Ricky, Gary. They did. That was a loaded Ruckus team. If I were to say best recruited team, I'd have to go with Ruckus on paper because they had all this talent they had. Yeah, he came prepared. We gave a lot of criticism to how Ruckus looked at recruiting-wise in the last two tournaments they did, both at Summer Sizzler and Winter Chiller. But, a little bounce back here. Let's see what the Orangemen have in store in 2021, though. As we continue the recap, Demons 26, Immortal 6. Sean Parker made his debut as the starting quarterback for the Demons. First time he had started at quarterback, I believe, in 9-man. And boy, did he come out there and ball out.
Yep.
Yeah. My God, they had no answer for him. We didn't know. I didn't know Sean was like that. I had a
feeling. I remember you last show, you were like, he was going to be quarterback for the Demons. It's like, for sure Sean Parker will be.
Mm-hmm.
He said on there that he would be.
And he came out. He balled out.
Factor. He's physical, all that shit, man.
You look at the scoring recap here. Sean Parker had a touchdown run, and then Parker hit Polo on a touchdown. Then he found Eric Jones on a deep ball where Eric just flat out burned the defender. Then he hit Ron Savage for the conversion. Then it was a Zach Ruby touchdown pass that got the Immortals on the board. Hey, got to give a lot of credit to not Sean Parker, but Zach Ruby. I was calling him Sean Ruby. If they had a kid. But Zach came in there and handled the pressure really well, even though the Demons were just in his face.
He started making plays. He started
making
stuff happen. Can't ask for much more.
Is Zach Ruby growing up before our eyes? Is he maturing into that leader that we feel like he could be?
I'd like to say he's pretty well coached and stuff.
He's learned from only the best in his flag football career.
Tried coaching him up the other day. They didn't listen. Should have done.
Overall, though, 26-6. Demons, let me tell you, look at that trench. You got Jace, you got Ed Guerrero, Kaja, and this new lineman who has a Frederick Social Sports shirt on. Looks like a long-time veteran. Don't really got a name on the guy.
Oh, the guy I called MVP.
No, I'm talking about the O-lineman they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that guy too. That guy too was balling out.
Their center was the leader, man. He was out
there.
He definitely has been around flag football world.
He's been around for a long time.
I feel like I've seen him before, but I couldn't remember.
He looks familiar.
I couldn't remember where, if it was 5-man or something, man. But he was out there telling them first down, stuff like that. I liked him a lot too.
Yeah. Is that who that was? Was Justin Wetzel? I haven't seen Justin Wetzel in a long time.
No, it wasn't.
He's tagging him right now. Tyler Gassaway. Okay. Yeah, he's mentioning him right now. Actually, we're going to get Sean on the air right after we recap this tournament. We'll talk to him a little more about Demons.
Ron Savage said we was Demons. started the day with Ruckus. I'm telling you.
Already free agency moves in
I've
2021.
never seen a guy retire and then come out to the first randomly thrown together tournament around town and play for two different teams on the same tournament. It was a wild day.
Gotcha. But in the end, Demons just more physical, and that is the theme I noticed in this tournament. And we'll get to that a little more. County teams are a whole other step above the Keystone ones right now on terms of physicality in the trenches and getting those big bodies. We'll talk about that a little more, though, in a bit. But continuing to recap, Constellation game, we'll recap that one first. That was the third place game. Immortals, 13. Outlaws, nothing. I got to say, Ross, where did the Immortals come from in this tournament? Like, Zach just kind of jumped in on a whim. Half his guys didn't even know they had a game till Thursday.
Went out there and won a game.
And a lot of his guys had never played 9-man before. A couple of them were talking to me. They had came from York to play.
They were young.
Yeah. Zach recruited all over.
They were speedy.
That's the thing. They may lack in the trenches, but, you know,
They had that one big redhead dude. He just needed a little bit more footwork, but he was young, too.
Yeah. But, like, I think it gets guys in the trenches, like, say, a Coop, for instance.
Yeah, that definitely helped them.
Yeah, Coop was big in that game.
Helped a lot.
Yeah.
He made a lot of good plays offensively and defensively.
He was doing that all season in KFFL, brother. Immortals, they went out there. They did good in this game. Outlaws struggled to move the ball again. And honestly, I would have thought the Outlaws would have came out here and beat them because, you know, they had a little more experience on their side. They had some WCFFL guys. That came in with a lot of guys who had never maybe even heard of this league or anything we do around here. And yet, they won.
We had Trevor Lawrence Jr. out there.
I saw that.
That's what they were calling him.
Oh, man. But shout out to the Immortals. Third place overall.
It was fun, dude.
Yeah. Championship game. Demons 28, Ruckus 6. This was actually close in the first half. It was tied. It was 0-0 till Marty threw a pick 6 to the guy from Frederick. I'm trying to make sure I got him, or the guy from I think it's Tyler Gassaway is the one he's talking about. Shout out to him, man. He balled out in that game. He got that pick 6 early on. And then from there, Sean Parker just blew up, man. Finding Polo, going off on the run. I think he threw a touchdown pass to that guy, too, at the end of the game. Yeah. Ruckus, meanwhile, they had a great touchdown. Spruce had a downfield option pitch to Houston that went for 6. That was an awesome play. But Ruckus, they seemed like they were kind of lost in that game when they couldn't get the offense going. Like once Marty struggled, you saw Tyler get in, and then Ant Smith got in at one point. Wild championship game, but the Demons dominated in that finals. They took over in the second half. They were absolutely phenomenal in this tournament. Big shout out to the Demons. If this team is anything the way it looks,
I was say, I think they're only about halfway.
Because I mentioned the trenches, like I didn't mention the athletes: Eric Jones, Polo, Cortez, Ron, Sean, just to name a few, and the new guy, Tyler, I believe his name is.
Tyler was a baller, dude.
Yeah.
He was balling out. He took no prisoners.
Demons took no prisoners in this tournament. Let's go over. We'll give an overview real quick. Final standings, fourth place Outlaws, 0-2. They finished at a minus 34 for this tournament.
They make good plays. They just flag guards and penalties, man.
There's no discipline.
That young team thing.
Yeah, and another issue, no leadership at the quarterback position. Like, that is – they just didn't have it.
Yeah, I think that might have been that guy's first time playing flag. He could throw the ball, but I think he was probably one of those guys that was like full contact flag.
Yeah, he didn't quite set the world on fire, but it's still early though. Like, this was the Outlaws' first time getting together in a bit. See how it goes as the season goes on, man. You don't know how a team's gonna look months from now. Like, I remember thinking how brutal both Program and Spartans looked last February in that first scrimmage they did. Like, this one was a controlled game with refs, and Outlaws, they struggled. No points scored. They gave up 34. Especially when you look at it compared to how number 3 in this, the Immortals, did. They came out 1-1. Yeah, they were a very good makeshift team. Like I said, just came together a couple of days prior. Ruby threw them together. Some of them already played together before, but he came out there, those guys. They fought hard. They balled their asses off. And they finished 1-1 with a -7 point differential.
They started getting loud in the last game, too.
Yeah, they were getting into it, man. That's what you want to hear from young teams like that, is the ability to get into the game. And honestly, like, I just personally think that this team,
potential.
Yeah.
Especially in Cape Phil. They need a coach, though.
They definitely need a coach. Nah, they got Zach, dude. Zach's got him.
Ruby.
You think what? You think you can do it?
I've been thinking about it. Coaching the Immortals. I was trying to coach them up the other day, didn't listen. But I was also just a live streamer to them, so you know what I mean? Who the hell is this guy?
What? I mean, you didn't see where hashtag Ross Collins was trending the other day?
The part was they were all wearing my flags. My old beat up flags that keep falling out.
Oh, man. The pre-shroom days.
We're going to get some new ones.
Yeah. Go out and buy you like 100 pairs of shrooms.
I ain't buying 100 pairs of shrooms. The Warriors will have shrooms.
One thing is for sure. Anyhow.
Yeah, the Morals are young too. Boy, they balled out.
Yeah, they
Number
did.
2, Ruckus.
1-1. Orange had the most talent in this one, but it's crazy. They're going to finish -1 in this tournament.
Wow.
Yeah, that Demons game drug them down by 22 points. They had the most talented before teams, but they got worked by an underman and yet superior Demon squad. Demons had less numbers than they did, significantly less numbers. And yet the Demons came out there and just played their fucking asses off and smacked Ruckus in the face. Like, that was a team who took charge in that game.
That's another good player, that Jace guy.
Yeah.
Plays too high for them.
Dude, they are just absolutely. Yeah.
Can't wait to see what the final product of that is. Washington Kelly.
You've heard of Ruckus still?
No.
Demons. So moving on to number 1 without you telling me you moved on.
Ruckus was a combination.
But it's.
They had the talent offensively. I don't know. That's why you couldn't get anything going.
Yeah. And number one, of course, Demons 2-0. They had an impressive debut. Got to give them a lot of credit. Really looking forward to seeing what they can do in the Washington County League, like you said.
They came out stoked today.
They just,
Parker over ball.
dude, is there a new is there a new quarterback in the WCFFL that could?
Interesting.
Yeah. Just that game alone, it's like he just went out there and destroyed.
Had fun.
Yeah, this team was doing.
They're having fun, man.
They were doing work, man, all weekend, like hella work. Yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked to see how this team does. Especially as we get along the off season. And speaking of off season, like I said, if anybody wants to call in, we have the link in the chat. Just click it and it should take you to the call. And it'll pop on my screen if somebody has entered the call, which I'll allow or disallow depending on who it is, just in case randoms jump in that I've never heard of. Because we should not just let anybody on the show. So yeah, Demons looking good. Let's take a look at some of the teams that we are aware of this upcoming season. Let's take a look around the leagues, beginning with our Saturday league this spring, the Keystone Flag Football League. Here's what we're is the link not working really? That's silly, man. What the hell? Oh, it's working for Carlos because he just entered the waiting room. That's weird. Yeah, it's working for Carlos. Speaking of, Killer Bees. Let's get Carlos on right now. Great timing, Carlos. Just for talking about the bees.
My man.
Welcome on the show, Carlos Sanchez.
What's going on, y'all? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. Blessed to see another year.
Yeah, I'm really excited for 2021. We are going to be off to this is going to be a great year, I feel like. There's a lot of potential to this year. A lot of things going down. We're already kicking off flag football in a hot way with this past weekend at the New Year's Invitational. But your season, Carlos, is kicking off in Florida next week?
Yes, sir.
We saw the roster sheet earlier listed on Rampage, Carlos Sanchez, who Kent Page said to me at the KFFL Championships, how is that guy not on the circuit, and pointed right at Carlos?
Yeah, man. Just trying to I'm excited. I like the opportunity they gave me. Went out there, met a lot of great guys. They're awesome. I'm glad to bang with them. Just want to go out there and just see what we can do. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you could do out there, man. You did get a bit of a taste of circuit action, I do believe, back at Clash of York on day 2. Am I correct on that? Or you were supposed to? Yeah, okay, you did show up day 2. Gotcha. Just wanted to.
It was unfortunately. It was a short day. Got a little bit of bump. I just wanted more.
And you went up against one of the A teams in that tournament, Aftermath. Bit of an interesting competition in the B for you and Rampage going into this tournament. I'm really excited to see how you guys fare. Ross will actually be covering one of your games on Saturday. He'll be there
Ross.
for it.
What's up, Carlos?
What's up, big dog? How you living?
I'm excited for Florida, man. I can't wait.
100%. My bad, Joey. Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good, Carlos. Y'all, it's a free for all here. Say what you need to say, man. I'm just really stoked about everything going on. We'll talk Rampage first. So what exactly got you to Rampage, man? What made you go on there? Would they hit you up? Did you hit them up? What happened?
I reached out to Regan a little bit. My man Regan, Lurie plays out there. It's like family, man. I'm trying to find a family atmosphere, and Rampage got that. So I definitely wanted to be around there. I want to be able to go to war with the team, and I feel like Rampage. I met a few of them was going to give me that opportunity, and if I can go to war with a team, that's all I want to do. So that was the biggest thing. And when I went out there with a scrimmage out there, had a lot of fun with them, got to learn from a lot of them because I'm still figuring out this game every day.
And Rampage is a great team to learn from. They've been in the flag football game for nearly a decade now. Actually, I think it's about to be over a decade soon. A lot of names have come through that team. Yeah, man. And you look at the resume Rampage has put in since the beginning of 2019. Virginia Beach runner-up, semifinalist in Atlantic City. They went out and competed in A bracket in Charm City. Clash of York champions, Capital Classic champions in the A bracket. They went out and performed well in the OMFFL this year. There are only 2 losses in postseason football this year on terms of what they've played in OMFFL playoffs and Clash of York were to both A teams, Scorpions and Aftermath. They have shown they can't compete. And when you add a dynamic athlete like Carlos Sanchez to that D line that a lot of people have not gotten to see outside this area yet, I think a lot of teams are in for a big surprise at Nationals.
I appreciate that. Hard work, man. That's all we got to do. Day at a time. I'm excited, man. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to represent. I'm ready to show what this area can bring to the table. And just, man, I'm going to go down there and just bang. I enjoy competition. I live for it. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you, dude. It is awesome to see you be able to go down there. As I take a look at the schedule Rampage has, I'm trying to pull up the matchups real quick. So 401 Pressure, that's one of the games. Don't know much about them. I know you all playing the Birmingham Heat too. They're from Alabama. That's going to be an interesting opponent. They were all right last year at Nationals. There's a lot of potential. They don't play much 9-man in Bama, but there's a lot of talent in that state alone. And of course, a big challenge the next day, Saturday, the game Ross has actually, when you guys take on the Blazers.
Yeah, I heard about them a little
team
bit.
coming down from the A bracket to play in B in this tournament, featuring a former national championship winning coach. We'll have him on the show in a couple days. Tomorrow night, actually, we talk a little B bracket. But your impressions, Carlos, going into this, anything that you're looking forward to, anything you've seen on other teams?
I'm excited to play Rampage. The players that I met on Rampage have a lot of knowledge, and that's one thing that they got a lot of fire, a lot of spirit. They're ready to go, and that's what I like to see. So I'm excited to see us go up against this other competition, because seeing them, man, they're ready. The Rampage is ready, and it looks like it's gonna be a Rampage. So all we can do is just continue. I'm excited just to see the other teams too. I've never really been out, on the circuit. So I want to see it. I want to feel it. I want to be a part of it in a sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
100%.
I'm a player that feeds off of other players. If someone in front of me is bigger, stronger, and faster than me, guess what? I'm going to bring a bigger, faster, stronger me the best I can. And I want to make I want to make that team better and wherever they need me. They need me to do anything, I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the opportunity.
And honestly, between the work you put in on Bees and Warriors this year, Carlos, you have earned this opportunity. As we transition towards what's going on in Keystone, Killer Bees, for what I gather, you guys haven't quite started out yet, though there was talks of a practice that was supposed to happen yesterday, but I think that was called off. Any word on when you guys be getting together?
We actually got about 8 people coming out yesterday. I manage a gym, and we had people come in. About 8 people come to the gym. We put a workout in there together.
What game was that where he came to a Warriors game on his break from the gym? Probably can't speak on that a lot, maybe.
Yeah, no, you can speak about it. It's fine.
I
I don't care.
There
I'm
was
talking
a
about the
first
game
game,
where I
man.
was
He
on
came
lunch
to
break
earn
and I
his
came to come
break.
play a game. Yeah, I think that was against Broadax, maybe. No,
Was, I think
it don't matter. It don't matter. Like I said, man, I enjoy it. It's fun. It's my stress relief.
just speaking of
So
dedication.
everybody else, get to go hit some people, play with some brothers, build a brotherhood. Ain't nothing better. But with the bees, I know you're talking about when we're getting stuff started. Right now, I'm focusing a lot on Florida. You know, it's coming up, trying to be safe. But we have done a lot of work in the off season. Telling you guys, I'm really excited about this team. We brought in a lot of players that would surprise you guys. A lot of experienced players, a lot of new guys, and we definitely. I know you earlier, Joe, you were talking about the trenches. I want to tell you, we're bringing some big dogs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. We bring it as a team, man. We're bringing some big dogs. You know, Larry. You know, we got Larry coming back. You know, he's going to be playing quarterback. He's like family to me. You know, I love Larry. That's my dog. You know, we got some other people. I don't want to talk about who's really on the roster yet because you know it's early. But I'll tell you, it's
I know
it's
that.
gonna be fun. And hey, Ross, don't forget Warriors all day, baby, too.
Yup.
Speaking of
definitely the-
Warriors, what was your impressions on your first season in county on the Warriors?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, I feed off the family atmosphere of a team. And right now, you know, all three of the teams that I ended up playing with right now, I've seen it. You know, with the Warriors, you know, everybody welcomed me. You know, like I said, I'm kind of new still, so I enjoy people welcoming me. And I'm always willing to learn. So that's the biggest thing. I felt like I was part of a family that I just joined. I was like the ugly stepchild in a sense, but they dragged me right in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate, you know, the opportunity with Eric. He's letting me kind of put my hands in a little bit here and there, being able to move some pieces with the bees. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be, I just want 2021 to be good for everybody. We need it.
I agree 100% on that.
Big old fact.
Big facts. Absolute facts. And honest, I'll tell you, we made the most out of what was a bad situation last year. We really did.
Flag football fans.
It was probably, in my opinion, the most fun I've had in a single year of doing this sport. Like, it was great to see a community brought together. It didn't matter what league we were in. We were just out there playing or what team we were on. We were having fun all year. And I look forward to doing more of that this year, man. There's a lot of things that I want to do in 2021 in the fourth state. And I think if we get things going after nationals, I think we can do a lot of good things coming up in these next couple months before the season starts. And what I think is going to be a great ride in 2021.
Joe, I want to tell you, man, I appreciate all the hard work you put into it too, man.
Thank you.
You know
Thank
what
you.
I mean? Just want to let you know that, all right? But hey, I'm going to get off here. Y'all be safe. See y'all in Florida. I'm going to go put my son, he just woke up. I got to put him back to bed.
All right, man.
All right, y'all.
See you, bro.
See you, Carlos. Carlos Sanchez joining us. If anybody wants to jump in as well.
I'm excited for him for going forward.
Yeah, that was awesome to read today.
That's huge.
Yeah, that was great. That's good to hear that.
That's huge.
I'm glad to see a lot of our guys traveling.
Oh, he seemed down.
We'll get
Wish I
to
was playing against someone. Damn it. I'll take what I got though. I ain't complaining one bit.
yeah, we're gonna have a good time. As we look at the KFFL teams again, Killer Bees, Carlos hinted at a lot of things coming. They got Larry back. So I think that offense,
Build off of that.
they're going to, yeah. They don't got TBT in the way this time, so they should be good.
Yup. Factual as well.
Tri-State Spartans also looking to join KFFL. Not much is known about what Don's got coming back. I've heard that he's lost a good amount. But, you know.
They did last year and they lost a good amount.
How many teams has Don had total when you think about it? this team does not look like the 2016 team he brought in with Food Lion.
Right.
And that looked nothing like the one he had a year later or the one he had a year later.
Right.
Don just knows how to recruit. He's a factory of football.
Yeah.
He's brought in some guys, Jesse Gentry, Adam Malott.
Yeah.
Even nowadays, you look at the guys who came in from the Spartans this year, Dakota, Christian. You take a look at just in general what Don has done with the teams he's got. Albeit, like, see how it goes. But Spartans 2 days a week because Don's talking WCFFL too. Is this a circuit year for the Spartans? There was a recommendation by a guy on the circuit that the Spartans should go on the circuit.
They should do something. I mean, I say that the Warriors should do something too, but it's tough.
Traveling is tough, trust me.
It's tough.
There's a reason I retired. Other teams coming into the KFFL this spring. Reckless Villains are looking to come back, from what I've been told. TJ Williams will bring in a new Reckless Villains team. We'll see how this goes. TJ's known for finding talent. We'll see who he got in divorce because Dwayne Roland's looking to bring a juggernaut to Keystone.
Right.
Who does Dwayne got? Who does TJ got? Wait, who does Don got?
Kind of like the
Feels like this is a whole three-way going wrong here.
oh, shit.
Feels like everybody came in
I
there.
was gonna say it has a real Brown split off into Outlaws and Mortals feel to it.
Except like the Browns, I don't know. I hear the Browns might try to come back to Keystone.
For real?
I think Corey Jones said something about that weeks ago. I thought I read. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
I would hope so.
I'd love to see the Browns back. Corey Jones needs to come back. Sean Riley too. Bring back the Gators. Flip that ship. Or ship to flip. You know what I mean, Ross?
Yeah.
They can't hear you because the microphone don't travel that far. Anyways, continuing on, look at the other teams in the KFFL. We got the Immortals, Zach Ruby and company looking to come back. We haven't seen the Immortals in KFFL since they were Misfits. But Zach did try to bring them back last year to no avail, of course, due to COVID.
This is definitely a different Immortal.
This is a way different Immortals team than the one he had with Gaskins, Moats, Tay, Lurie, Fox. Yeah.
The original PvP.
I had my inspirations, I will admit. I mean, one of the first guys I wanted on my team was Sean Moats.
I thought it was exactly.
He's on the list somewhere. Also on there, X-Dogs, Matt Eisenberg and company coming back for another season. Looking forward to seeing what he's got in the KFFL.
Yeah.
He was sneaky in that county playoffs last year. That old man's got some tricks up his sleeve. Does he have any recruits coming, though? What does he got? Spring's the perfect time for him to build for the fall. And honestly, the X-Dogs have shown they still got a shelf life in football. They're not down yet. Outlaws, we saw them the other day. See how it goes, man. Not a good start. I think we said enough on them tonight, though. Like, we'll see how it goes. Experienced KFFL guys, but new brand. We'll see how it works out.
Maybe get some Boston County love too.
Yeah.
Grant.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guy. I'm rooting for the Outlaws now too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good job. He went from Browns to Outlaws. Also coming in, Venom. not Robbie Sparks and company. Not that Venom. Johnny Cocho's Venom.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, Cocho and Robbie, y'all should meet up with me and we should get a game going. The West Virginia Venom versus the Baltimore Venom. I think that'd be a good game. Now, okay, maybe not. I'd broadcast it though. We are live from an undisclosed location. Does somebody try to call the principal? Oh, well. Spring forecast for the WCFFL. Is it just me or is everything kind of small looking for the spring and league play?
What do you mean?
I'm looking at the team list that I'm thinking of. Am I missing anybody?
I don't know. What do you got?
I got Broadax.
Broadax, of course.
I got Warriors.
Yup.
I got Ruckus. I got Demons.
All right.
I got Tri-State Spartans.
Yup.
I got Pure Chaos.
Yup.
Who else? Is it just me or is KFFL more
it?
popular this year?
Is that it?
That's all I can think of. Am I missing anybody?
Misfits,
You think Misfits guys are going to be available for County on Sundays when, I mean, I don't know. I saw Cuzzo play Maffle and OMFFL at the same time. Anything's possible. Do we have roster limits coming in now? We need to get Tom Hoffman on the phone.
Do it.
He don't want to call in.
It's too early.
Yeah, he's
It's too early.
we'll get Tom in later on
We're literally
as we get closer to the
we're
season.
3 days into 2021.
Yeah. This is our post-tournament episode.
It's very preliminary.
So look at the teams we got so far. First off, Broadax. Okay, so Broadax, they had a good time. They had a good postseason against Misfits. Honestly, if not for Noah dropping that pass, they win that game. Noah had the biggest drop, and it was off his hands. He went up for it, and if he caught it, he comes down in the end zone. That's game. So close, and yet so far. And then you look at Warriors. You guys got Clancy?
Man, come on, man. I don't talk about nothing.
Come on.
Scratches us early.
What's going on there, though? What's going on with the Warriors? Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah?
We're doing great. See you on the spring.
Who knows what tricks Ross Collins has up his sleeve? Ruckus. What's left? I know. So do they have Tyler Spencer, Sean Moats, and BJ in Houston now, and Marley?
I'm not
and
speaking of all those people, but I can tell you a couple of those people you name that they definitely don't have.
So what does Ruckus actually have when you think about it?
We got Dane, we got Dustin. They got people.
I think it's time that Ruckus merges with the Killer Bees
I'll take Pure Chaos.
and Chaos at the same time.
Well, okay.
I'm telling you. I think it's time. Well, they're two different things. Chaos is not bees, and bees is not chaos. That's like saying Misfits is AFN. It's not true. Misconceptions. But you look at Ruckus, hard to say what they got, hard to tell. Hoping something comes up, hoping that they got something. Is this it for the Orangemen? We'll see. Looking around. Demons. Yeah.
We got a little taste of demons the other day.
Yeah.
Maybe,
We saw what the demons could do. And they were dominant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
It's hard to man, if there were a preseason power rankings, I'd put them up top right now.
Man, that's you.
You've only seen the surface of what they have. You don't know what lies beneath. Like that iceberg in that meme picture. Then we have the Tri-State Spartans. We already talked about them. Then we have Pure Chaos. What does Ronnie Hamilton have in store in year 2?
He was playing on Ruckus.
He was on Ruckus. Maybe the merger is happening. Pure Ruckus is coming.
Never know, man. Once you Facebook messages and stuff for one thing, once you finally get together and start playing together, that's a totally different thing.
I mean, we'll see. Still early though. And we got nationals the next 2 nights. So tune in tomorrow night at 8:30 for 9-man B bracket media night. Peace.